busy tonight. And we are live. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Hello, everybody. Welcome to EWN's A Meditation a Day. I'm going to contain my excitement a little bit, but not that much, you guys. I promise I'm going to usher you into an exuberant meditation.
It will be. It'll be a very exuberant meditation. You might have lots of surprises, Lisa, in store.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I know you're very excited to do this, and I'm very excited to introduce Stephen Altair. And I'm going to almost apologize in advance for if I say anything incorrectly. I had a little coaching on a few words ahead of time. You'll laugh, Stephen. I had fun with the word, and we'll get to it. The fun word of Dzogchen.
Dzogchen, right. Right, Dzogchen. There you go. You're perfect. You're perfect anyway, however you pronounce it.
I think I'm fun with it.
Yep. Ultimately, you say in Dzogchen that you are Dzogchen, right? You are that primordial awareness. You are that limitlessness. You are that infinite being. So however you say it, it's going to come out perfect because you're all of the ways that you say it.
Oh, I would love that. You are all of the ways that you say it. That is beautiful. That's so forgiving, accepting. Not even, you don't even need forgiveness because it's already okay.
It's already okay. Exactly.
Oh, well, I would love to thank everybody who might be familiar. Maybe you're not familiar with EWNs, which is Enlightened World Networks. Their meditation a day. And what I love about this in their whole intention is that they acknowledge that when two, and here we are, just two, when even just two of us come together, that we are here for the entire purpose of wrapping the whole planet and everyone in it in love and healing love. And you have a beautiful, I don't even want to call it a mission. It's just simply who you've shown up to be, Stephen, on this planet this time around anyways. And sharing with us, is this a guide? So I will introduce you and I'll do that. I have to ask this question. The meditations that you do, are they guided meditations? Are they intentional meditations?
Yeah, so you're going to follow along from your own intention. And the intention of this practice is to tune in and connect with Divine Mother and the Archangels. So that's been a meditation I've done for many, many years. And people that have experienced all sorts of remarkable, wonderful healings and insights and profound felt sensations just purely from their own intention. So whatever Divine Mother or the Archangels means to you, you tune into that and you tune into that essence that you already are, which is already interconnected and already profoundly, deeply sharing with Divine Mother and the Archangels, in essence with the angelic aspects of ourselves. So it is guided in that I'm guiding you, but it's intentional in that you are making the intention, and it's your intention that I honor. I'm humbly in awe of your sacred presence, Lisa, and everybody else who's here. I'm humbly bowing at your feet. I'm merely providing some words to assist you to deepen your own practice and your own intention. So it's that we're connecting to. So yeah, so that's, I always think, is it guided? Well, yes, but I'm not guiding it. Awareness is guiding it. Divine Mother's guiding it. The Archangels are guiding it. So in that sense, am I guiding it? No, not at all. I don't think I'm present at all during meditation. It's really the collective that's present and the extraordinary presence that a collective consciousness brings. Our humanity needs that at the moment, right? To realize we're not separate. We're actually one human union. We're one in this divine love that we all are. We are simply one being, and that in our individual expressions of that one light or that one love or that one heart, there's just such incredible diversity of that way that the divine expresses it through through you, for example, and your beautiful, loving way of appreciating food, the body, the divine taste, because essentially it's like that, right? You're providing everybody with a way to taste the divine within their hearts. And that's what I think is unique. So we have all these wonderful ways of.
And here I was, oh, Stephen, you'll laugh. I was thinking when you said, I've never thought of this before, until just this moment, about each one of my fingers, how it's my hand, it's me, but each one of my little fingers does something different. And you just made me, it was kind of funny.
That's brilliant. That is so brilliant. I think, you know, the expression of your hand, I mean, we could actually do the meditation just like this, right? Going back and forth, because really it's like that with each of our emotions, you know. So say if you take any emotions that you do, each one of our emotions, whether it's joy, whether it's anger, whether it's anxiety, you know, the anxious kind of emotions, or whether it's love, when we actually see them like fingers and we say, hey, we're learning to develop relationships with each of these fingers because they each express themselves in different ways. When we learn to see our anger or our struggles equally, along with our divine love and our expressions of joy and peace in this life, something different happens. We actually open up a whole different way of seeing and allowing and surrendering to the universe of everything, of all that is. We develop a really deep relationship with each of our fingers, you know, in this case, love, fear, you know, joy, anger, you know. So we start to develop relationships with aversion and grasping and ignorance rather than pushing things away. So it's this deep interconnected with everything. Yeah, I bet you've just thought of something else.
I had the word rejection. It doesn't eliminate, hopefully it does, but it lessens rejection. And you said pushing away, which is the more common language, right? Because when we push things away, it's no, I don't like you, I don't accept you, I don't want you, I feel misaligned, but that's rejection and that's pushing away. But if we can say, oh, well, wait, hold on here, you're a part. No, so come on back, come on back.
Right. And then as somebody beautiful said, I was guiding a meditation group this morning, and as somebody very beautiful said, it's like an invitation. And I do think that's what happened. It's like an invitation. It's like a party where we're inviting everybody to the party. We're not excluding people, like the guests. You know, you no longer exclude any guests at your dinner table.
Right.
You actually allow them all to come to the feast.
Stephen, you just eliminated a guest list. So now we don't even need a list. Everybody can come on in.
Exactly.
And speaking of guest lists, I do have a little bit of a list, not a list, but a little bit of a list that I must read and share with all the wonderful viewers who are here, and I'll be checking in with them. But please, everyone, please let me just share a little tiny bit about Stephen Altair's journey and what you so they'll can get a background of, if they don't already know who you are, get a background of where you're coming from when you come to this beautiful party with your guest. So allow me to share that Stephen Altair's background is varied and electric. Oh, I love that. Stephen co-founded 3 educational institutions and a health and lifestyle channel, has published 10 books, including 1 top 10 bestseller, composed 3 music albums, including a single presented to Nelson Mandela on his inauguration, and supports Tibetan refugees' educational programs. Stephen has lectured at universities at bachelor level in computer science and music, and at master's levels in computer science, and given seminars and workshops in New Zealand, Australia, the USA, and Japan. Woo! He has been a guest speaker at Microsoft conventions on the subject of mindful practice and technologies. And just to continue a smidge, because this is so much fun, Stephen is a trained Vedic astrologer and brings practical insights to the life path energies from a Vedic and Tibetan perspective. He has been writing and teaching meditation techniques for over 30 years. And Stephen shares teachings, activations, and transmissions from the light of awareness at the heart and light body awakening based on subtle energy meditations and the ancient Dzogchen, Mahamudra and the Madhyamaka teachings. I'm going to hopefully say these right, with deep gratitude to all the lineages and all blessings dedicated to your liberation and to the liberation of those participating. And Stephen, if I may just sit on that word liberations just for a moment. To liberate, to free, sounds like we're inviting, we're pulling in. And then we think to liberate, can we all be together and feel liberation whilst not tied?
Right? Yeah, it's so sure. When you consider non-dual awareness, or what you're talking about, liberated awareness, there are no ties, right? The ties are actually illusions that we've created through our identity. So our identity that we're so sure is so real, in fact, is a complete fiction, because we know that it is an illusory form, like all the other illusory forms that we see. It has no actual permanence. The identity that even we perceive we are today, you think back to your childhood, right? It was even different back then. So the moment that you connect with that, you start to think, oh, this is a very change. You're actually tapping into the changing nature of the cosmos itself when you consider identity from that angle. So yeah, are we tied? No, there are no ties other than the illusory ties that we perceive and create ourselves. And is there really a collective? Absolutely. We're actually indivisible from each other. Essentially, I'm you and you're me, Lisa. We, same with all our listeners. We are each other. We truly are. When you start to, I mean, I think when people really have a direct taste of divine love, they know. They suddenly look at their lamp, as another beautiful person said in another group I was guiding. She said, oh, I suddenly felt the lamp smiling back at me. And I think that's what you begin to realize. You begin to realize you're not separate from your garden and from the beautiful flowers that you've grown, because in the same way as you feel nurtured by them, they're nurturing you, right? They're nurturing you and you're nurturing them. There is a symbiotic, interdependent relationship that we have with everything we do. And when we start to see that, then as you're listening, you might not look at the computer. Don't look at me. That's definitely not important. Look over the computer. Consider the objects in your room as being boundless and indivisible from yourself. You have a relationship with every single thing that you're surrounded by. Your environment is sacred. You are literally sitting in a sacred place. And when you feel the sacredness of it, then you're developing a relationship of sacredness with the environment. And it takes on a different feeling, doesn't it? The moment that you start to realize, oh, right, there's a spaciousness to my room. And then you go outside the boundaries of the room, you dissolve the spaces of your walls. You think, oh, that's right, there's a spaciousness in the world. And then you dissolve the boundaries of our world and you think, oh, there's a spaciousness in space with all the other civilizations and worlds and dimensions that I'm usually not aware of most of the time. And so you keep unfolding that and you find it goes on forever and ever. It is an infinite and indivisible space that we're always part of. We just don't see it all the time. It's a little bit like looking at the night sky and saying, oh, look, there's the universe. In fact, we're only seeing a really, really tiny, tiny percentage of the universe, but it looks pretty vast to us.
Yes. Oh, and I love that word dissolve. I can only imagine through the meditation that you're about to take us on. I feel like it's a journey, it's an adventure. We are about to dissolve and unfold. I love the word dissolve today. Yes, I'm going to feel that word. That's what I'm going to, that's my intention. I'm sharing my intention. I'm proclaiming it right now with everybody here on EWN, and let everybody just flow into their intention. But Stephen, I am so happy. I will let you take the screen here, and I'll be following along with you. I already am enjoying it, and I will be back as soon as you are complete.
Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I honor your sacred presence, Lisa, and the beauty and the radiance that you bring to everybody here. So thank you deeply. I really honor you and everybody else who's listening. So if you just settle in with me now, and as Lisa said, we're going to dissolve together. Ooh. So you might find I use that word through and when you hear that, you're just literally going to dissolve space into space and space into space until you reach that infinite nature of all that you are. Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're going to go back to some very essential basic points of our practice as we tune in here together to Divine Mother and the Archangels. And that is simply that every experience we have can be viewed as an expression of this divine love, this unobstructed love and compassion that we are, that Divine Mother is, that the archangels are. So here, all we're going to do first is let go and rest in that pure awareness of divine love. And we're going to allow all of our experiences that we have together to unfold within this space of divine love. It's a non-dual space of awareness, this unobstructed love, because it has no limits. It's capable of loving everything and everybody. So go ahead and get comfortable now. Settle your feet flat on the ground, find that ground of being. Take your awareness, drop your awareness really deep down and into your feet and into the core of the earth. Connect with Mother Earth. Get really comfortable and feel your hands resting on your lap. Find an upright posture that allows you to be both relaxed and alert. They're a little bit like gold coins stacked one upon the other. And you feel this upright posture as if there's a string pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. So be aware of this inner spine, this spiritual spine called the Sushumna, this spine of light or pillar of light that's radiating within you. And just as Lisa said, we're going to dissolve into our central spine. We're going to dissolve, let go of the physical body and embrace the light body. So you can do this practice with your eyes gently open, half closed or closed. And if it's easy for you to do so, just simply close them now. Do whatever you need to do to truly let go. And if it helps, bring to mind an experience where you've connected with Divine Mother or the archangels or that angelic presence in your life. So this could be an image, could be a feeling. You might even imagine yourself out in a beautiful, vast, natural place. Maybe on this planet, maybe not on this planet at all. Perhaps in another dimension where you're floating free of all obstructions, all obstacles, simply dissolving into your light body. So wherever you are, you can feel the warmth of presence all around you. You can feel the embrace of Divine Mother in your heart. You can feel the presence of the archangels and the angelic consciousness all around you, as if they're a vast ocean of divinity that stretches out into infinity in all directions, in front of you, behind you, to left and right, above and below. So whatever helps you to completely connect with this presence of Divine Mother in your heart and this power of the archangelic consciousness within you and all around you that has no divisions and no separateness. It's simply present all the time. Take a few moments to do that and notice how this feels in your body, this stillness, silence and presence of archangelic consciousness, of Divine Mother's love. And open your heart through the power of embracing all living beings, all living creatures. Consider that you're now meditating not just for yourself, but for your children or family members, partners, lovers, friends, neighbors. Feel the nectar and light of your heart, your liberated heart, shining outwards. Not just for your own awakening, but to help all beings realize they too are saturated with Divine Mother's love. They too are filled with the angelic presence. They too are lit with unobstructed compassion and love. So use whatever words or images help you to deeply connect with this open-hearted awareness. You might find yourself aware of where you're looking from. At first, you might find yourself looking out through your eyes. Now drop your awareness into the back of the head, the back of the skull, so that you're now looking as if you're at a movie screen. And now drop your awareness behind you, so that you're looking at your body from the wall behind you. Try casting your awareness up and into the right rear of your room. So you're looking from the right rear corner of the room down at your body. And now drop down and through your heart and into your heart, and feel simultaneously to right and to left that you can open outwards infinitely and connect with this open-hearted awareness that embraces and allows and surrenders to everything. Now see if you can bring to mind all your teachers and mentors, all your spiritual guides, all those who have brought you wisdom over the years. See if you can open to the blessings of all the lineages and all the wisdom and all the teachings you've connected with over your lifetime. And not only this lifetime, tap into past lifetimes, all of the wisdom and guidance. Tap into other dimensions. Tap into other civilizations, extraterrestrial forms of communication and wisdom that you might be open to or connected to. See if you can open up to the blessings of all of this. And imagine at your crown, your spiritual guardian or mentor or guru or teacher or best friend on the spiritual path, however you connect with that. This could be in the form of Christ or Magdalene, could be in the form of Buddha or the Buddha Mother, or Padmasambhava or Yeshe Tsogyal, could be White Tara, could be Krishna or Parvati. So however you connect, see if you can feel all of the compassion and love of the Divine Mother, of the archangels pouring into you. It's as if all of this wisdom, all of this light, and all of this divine love is pouring into you through your crown. It's like nectar. So you might actually feel an opening or tingling or electrical sensation in the crown as you tune into all of this compassion and love, this realization of timeless awareness, fully embodied in you and radiating in this orb of light, of wisdom and teachings above your crown. And now feel that all that wisdom, that unobstructed love and compassion, all of that nectar and light is being directed into you, is now filling you. Really feel that sense of connection. And then imagine them, all these teachers, all these guides, Divine Mother, the archangels, dissolving into light at your crown, and all of that wisdom energy merging into you in your central channel. So you actually feel it like a drops of nectar, pure drops of light and nectar dropping down the central spine through your brain, down through your throat, down into your central channel and down into your heart. All of this wisdom energy merging into you. Feel it in your heart, open to it, dissolve into it, and then simply let go and rest for a few moments. Let go and rest. For these next few moments, completely drop any and all effort, any expectations or judgments about what is happening in this moment. Give yourself radical permission to simply be. You don't even need to meditate. Just rest naturally. Now we're going to work in the central column of light, the pillar of light that runs all the way from your perineum at the base of the spine, straight up the spine, through your heart and up to your crown. So we're going to use a Taurus breath, a Taurus breathing technique to draw the energies of Divine Mother and the Archangel straight up the spine, up, out through the crown, up into the heavens above as you're touching, as if you're touching heaven and the angelic presence above, and then arcing out to the left and to the right. Sometimes to the left first and then the right, and sometimes simultaneously. So we're going to connect first deep down in our belly and connect with the fire, the sacred fire that's deep down at the base of your spine, and begin to breathe there for a few moments, a few calming breaths in the lower dantian, right in your belly. Breathing in, so be very aware of the breath as if you're breathing a sacred fire, and breathe out. Be very aware of the inhalation and the exhalation. On the inward breath, breathe in with a sense of gratitude for Divine Mother, for the angelic presence in your life, for the presence of light or love. And then on the exhale, breathe out with love, divine love to all beings. So you're very aware of the breath. Be aware of the inhalation and the power of gratitude as you breathe in, till you pause, silence, stillness and spaciousness in the gap, and then exhalation, divine love to all beings. Breathing in, sense of gratitude, deep, deep reverence for life, all living beings. Pause and then breathe out. Wonderful. Now we're going to breathe up the central spine. And as you breathe up, you're going to draw a pure blue light, a blue light straight up the central spine, up and out with the inhalation, through the crown. And as you exhale, exhale out and to the left, a radiant arc of blue light, and the Archangel Oriel out, down, connecting with the energies of the Archangel Oriel all the way down to the base of the spine. And then you bring the energies in again, you squeeze your perineum, you draw this blue light up the spine, straight up through the crown. So you pierce the heart, pierce the crown with the inhalation. And as you exhale out and in a limitless arc to the left, a radiant arc of blue connecting with Oriel. And down, strike through the core of the earth, draw the energies of Mother Gaia up and through the perineum and straight up through the central column, again connecting with the angelic energies of Oriel, straight up and out through the crown and out and to the left and down and through to the core of the earth. Now you're going to bring the radiant energies of the gold light straight up through the spine. So you're breathing up with the inhalation, and this time the energies of Raphael. So you draw the energies up, out through the crown, up and into the heavens above as you exhale, and then out and in an infinite arc to the right. This golden light, this light of love, this divine love, again grounded in the earth. As you inhale, you draw up, you gently squeeze the perineum, you draw the sacred fire of Raphael straight up your central column, up and out through your crown, touching the heavens above and out in an infinite arc to the right, all the way down to the core of the earth. And a third time, squeeze the perineum with the inhalation, draw the energy straight up the central spine, up and out through the crown, out in an arc to the right, connecting with the infinite love of Raphael, down into the core of the earth. Next, you're going to draw the energies up the central spine. This time, you're going to draw the energies of violet light straight up through the central column, up and out in an arc and out to the front. And you're going to connect with the energies of Michael or Michael and down through to the core of the earth, and then draw the energies up again, gently squeeze your perineum. So you're drawing this power of Michael, the power of liberation, straight up with this violet light, straight up and out and through and down into the core of the earth. So you're breathing this energy down into the core of the earth, drawing it up with the inward breath, squeezing the perineum, and drawing the energies of Michael, this violet light, straight up through the crown, out and through in an arc to the heavens above and down and through to the earth, connecting with Mother Gaia. And then you draw the energies up again. This time now, an emerald light, a pure emerald light. You draw the energies up, connecting with the light of Gabriel, straight up through the crown, the angelic energies of Gabriel. You soar to the heavens above and then out behind you. Take your awareness behind you and drop it behind you and connect down with this emerald light, an emerald arc, a torus arc, down and through and into the core of the earth. And a second time, you squeeze the perineum, draw the energies gently straight up through the crown, out and in an infinite arc behind you, this pure arc of awareness, this emerald awareness of Gabriel, down and through and into the core of the earth, and draw the energy a third time. Squeeze the perineum, draw this pure light of Gabriel straight up through this line, this light of harmony and peace, and up and through to the heavens above, and then out in an infinite arc behind you, and down into the core of Mother Gaia herself. Now you draw the energies. We're going to do this simultaneously. We're going to connect with Divine Mother and the archangels. So in her tender embrace, feel this divine love and grace and compassion of Divine Mother as you breathe in, gently squeezing the perineum, draw it up to the crown, and now infinitely in all four directions, you see this beautiful blue, gold, violet, and emerald light shining for our planet, shining for your loved ones. It's so extraordinary. It's the most beautiful divine light of Divine Mother with the archangels as you draw the energies in again, squeeze the perineum. So gentle now, so pure, so open, so free. It's as if you're able to dissolve into this fragrant, beautiful light. You draw the energies all the way up to the crown. On the exhalation, you simultaneously, to left and right, blue and gold, to front and back, violet and emerald. You soar in the freedom and liberation of the light of Divine Mother's grace and the archangelic presence. And a third time, so you now ground in the earth so gently, moving with the Mother Gaia's energies up, squeezing the perineum, feeling Divine Mother's grace supporting you, uplifting you, energizing you, filling you as you exhale, and simultaneously blue to the left, gold to the right, violet in front, emerald behind, this radiant rainbow light, this beautiful cascading torus field, soothing, opening, cleansing your auric field. You're totally connected. You bring this energy down into the core of the earth and breathe it back and up and into your heart, your beautiful heart. And just simply rest in this open, hearted awareness. Drop any and all effort. Anything that's happening in this moment, give yourself radical permission to connect with this angelic presence, with this divine love of the Mother, the cosmic Mother, the Mother of all creation, just to simply be. So rest naturally for a few moments in the vast, open-hearted awareness. Be present. Allow yourself to dissolve and let go, and simply rest. Now we're going to scan through our experience of divine love, of angelic presence. So notice what's happening in your light body right now. Notice any sensations that are present. As you feel all of these unfolding experiences of grace and divine love in your physical body and your light body, see if you can experience these not as objects that you're focusing on, but as light experiences playing in the field of empty, radiant clarity. Your light body is open, empty, radiant, and clear. It's almost as if everything you're experiencing as Divine Mother's love, as the angelic consciousness. It's as if there's an ocean of pure, radiant awareness that you're relaxing, dissolving into this full expanse that extends infinitely in every direction. Allow this experience of the light body to unfold within that effortlessly. Feel how vast, liberated, and free the light body truly is. Now, notice what is happening in your mind and heart. Allow yourself to bring a divine thought of creation, a connection and interconnectedness with all living creatures on this planet, with the wondrous works that you're capable of, with the beautiful feelings, with the incredible energy that you're born with, this energy of Divine Mother, this angelic awareness. Allow yourself to let these thoughts unfold. Perhaps you see visions of the future, of ways that you can bring about peace, care, kindness, liberation to all other beings. Perhaps every moment you see yourself able to bring simple kindness, clarity, openness, allowing other human beings to liberate and find themselves and express themselves in your presence. So see if you can stay connected to that open awareness, this divine mother awareness, this embrace of a mother's arms that allows everything, like a little baby, simply to be. So as these thoughts arise, you recognize that they're like waves on the surface of Divine Mother's ocean, and they too dissolve back into awareness. You don't need to do anything to make this happen. When you're connected to Divine Mother's awareness, you allow everything already happening to happen naturally, effortlessly. So all you need to do is recognize this and rest for a few moments. Allow yourself to rest in Divine Mother's presence. Now, from this open-hearted awareness, this open-hearted, pure, clear awareness, slowly open your eyes and take in everything that you see around you with this awareness of a Divine Mother that embraces everything like a young baby or a young child. See everything with a sense of gratitude, deep appreciation, with love, with awe, with the delight and innocence and freshness of a young child, a divine child. You're a divine child in Divine Mother's heart. You express her essence every time you view, experience with this freshness and openness and awe. What a rare and remarkable opportunity to experience life from this inwardness, from this space of peace, tranquility, and equanimity. And then any activities that arise during your day arise from this space of openness, tranquility, allowing, and peace. So here you don't need to focus or concentrate on anything. You're simply allowing your entire field of divine vision to manifest within Divine Mother's loving embrace, within this vast, open space of awareness. Relax into this vast space of divine love, this unobstructed, compassionate awareness. Slowly move your body a little bit in this divine awareness. Feel every movement as an expression of divinity, of Divine Mother's love, of angelic consciousness, of opening, of clarity, of peace, of tranquility. Notice all the small details of this world, the small details of your room, as if they too are fresh, as if they too are loving you just as you are loving them, as if they are speaking to you, shining at you. The radiance that you see shining back at you is the radiance of your heart, is the radiance of Divine Mother's consciousness, the angelic consciousness in you. Take in the richness, take in the beauty of this moment, and notice how everything is happening within this pure, infinite, indivisible, unobstructed, loving, compassionate, and timeless awareness. So as you move on to whatever comes next in your day, see if you can drop all of the boundaries between this practice and between everything else that happens outside. There is no boundary. There is no inside or outside. You are this inner space of peace or divine love or angelic awareness or pure, unobstructed compassion. There is only the experience of recognizing that and the moments when you lose that recognition. So whatever you're doing, continue to view it all as an expression of this pure, divine mother awareness, this pure angelic consciousness. And just come back again and again to this beautiful, sacred place of intimacy and openness within your heart that allows you to see everything as an opportunity to bring divine love, angelic awareness, tranquility, equanimity, and love. So with love and with incredibly humbling gratitude for all of you, for your sacred presence, for your divine light, I really wanted to thank you so deeply for accompanying me and Lisa on this wondrous journey, this precious human lifetime that we're all sharing.
Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful, Steve. Steve and I went from, I don't know what I was, but to an unobstructed dropping effort fountain spewing, just like spurting out all this beautiful color.
That's so wonderful. I'm so delighted to hear that, Lisa. Well, you are, as I often say to all the Rinpoches and Lamas, you are the Dharmakaya to me. You are that absolute pure awareness, that primordial, beautiful love, that unobstructed compassion. So you're that to me. I feel that quality. I feel that delight of life in you. So I truly honor that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And, you know, I know there was some lovely people watching, and I just want to say a thank you and welcome to Marianne, who's been with us, and Neil and Bernadette, and Life Navi, and so many wonderful, and any of those who are joining, you know, on the replay. I must ask this question. It will burn inside of me if I don't. And so
please ask anything. I'm just honored to be sitting at your feet, Lisa.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Because I really heard that the unobstructed word, and I heard drop all effort, which That needs to go on a t-shirt, by the way. But you later then said, as we were bringing the light upward, there was two specific words that caught my ear, which was pierce through and strike. And I thought, oh, velocity. I'm thinking speed. I'm thinking like force. Is that something that we can imagine and increase the speed of which things occur and healing and reaching through that intention?
Yeah, sure. So when I'm talking about, piercing, especially in this case, I'm talking about the opening of the energy centers, and each energy center from the base of the spine up to the crown. So many of us are familiar with the 7 energy centers, but piercing is really talking about directing your intention and focus and concentration through the center of the chakras, so that you're literally helping to liberate these energy centers. So can you increase the velocity of that? Yes, of course. And I do think as you deepen and grow in these practices, so that's a lot of what the allowing and dissolving is. Ironically, you find that the deeper and deeper you go, the less and less you have to do. So there's a certain amount of attention that you bring to the practices in the beginning, and that you work with to direct your focus and learn how to bring that to a really, really powerful intention of concentration, which leads you into absorption, which leads you into transcendence. So in the Raising Our Vibration community that Kevin Shaninger and I teach on, and that we've got books and apps for, we often talk about that process. So is there a intentional way that you can bring greater velocity and more depth? Yes, there is. And that process of really profound focus, or attention, focus, concentration, absorption, and transcendence is really you could say that's the exciting part for lots of people, because they suddenly realize, wow, when I bring my attention to these breathing techniques and apply them with a little more direction, or piercing, as you use that particular word, or focus, or velocity, then yes, you will experience, and in fact, your brain. So I've done a number of years with different headsets and in and out of labs to test the kinds of responses that our brainwave has to these, and you can see from highly focused attention, from increasing velocity of your attention and awareness, from piercing, that in fact the brain responds in different ways. So people have heard about the effects of gamma, for example, very high frequency brain waves. And Kevin and I have discovered in our own practices that in fact, it's not just a brain wave, it's actually an energetic wave, or an energetic signature that gives us both very high gamma, which has been reported in a lot of studies, but it's for a variety of reasons. So the brain waves are like an orchestra. They play a certain melody, so they will respond to the way that you bring attention to different energy centers and pierce or increase the velocity of your intention. So it does come back to your intention. I've sat in many groups for, I've done these practices for about over 40 years now, actually. And I've sat in so many groups, and all the meditators who've, of similar experience, they all describe that when they go through all these stages of, piercing, focusing, intention, absorption, concentration, then they come all the way back around to very simple things like devotion, real deep devotion to each other, devotion to the path and the teachers and the teachings, and compassion, really incredibly deep compassion, self-compassion, compassion for you and what you're going through, my neighbor and what she's going through, my family, my mom and what she's going through, and so on. So these really simple qualities we find as we move through those processes and stages, that they actually open to simpler and simpler and deepening aspects of wisdom, like devotion, compassion, or like openness and clarity, or like allowing and surrendering. So all these
Beautiful
processes.
work.
Yeah. They lead us all
Also
home.
romantic. I just love all of them.
I love it. It is very romantic. You know, Yogananda described it as a divine romance. And I've been a student of his for, you know, well over 40 years. I started when I was 13. And so he described it as a divine romance, and a divine romance with Divine Mother and with, you know, Christ or Buddha or Krishna or Muhammad or whoever it is that is who's whatever path you're on. There's that really deep, deep power of honoring that and being open to that and having a divine romance. I love that you've said it like that, because that's how it feels.
That word union and divine romance is so beautiful, and it's so it's more than inclusive. It literally is a union. And so this was such the way you brought in all the archangels and all the lights, and it went from up to down and up, and it went all over, and it went spread like a big umbrella all over the planet. Like a whoosh.
well, you know, people think when they're doing the Taurus breath, it is actually, you know, as if you read the work of Isaac Bentov, or you read Eileen McCarty and the sound turning sign, you know, there's so many people that are pointing scientifically to this energy field, to the fact that we have a body electric with a positive terminal and a negative terminal, with Shiva and Shakti, with the power of the inner energy body and what this can do. So though what you're talking about, that shining that light all over the world, that has a real and a palpable effect that can be measured with the latest scientific instruments and can be looked at as a, you know, coherent energy field. We're all aware of an energy field simply if, you know, emotions, if you go into a room and somebody's really angry and having a grumpy day, everybody feels it, right? So we're well aware that we interact and are very interdependent energetically, and that these energy fields and these Taurus fields exist in many more ways than we think. So I think that's one of the exciting parts of exploration for the future, is into the relationship between ancient wisdom practices and modern science, and the whole power that's unfolding for our planet of divinity and divine love and the divine romance. So.
Yes, the divine romance. And in speaking of coming together, I know that our beautiful, beautiful visitors and who are sharing with us right now, this very moment and on the replay, will want to get in touch with you for probably so many different reasons, but just to have that feeling, because there's something that exudes from you. There's a light, there's an invitation that is coming from you non-verbally, that the ones who are so drawn will want to join you. So how could they get in touch with you or find you and all your beautiful things, along with your business partner, Kevin, as well? I want to say, yes. Hello, Kevin. Okay.
So yeah, I've got a number of wonderful business partners. So yes, so if you want to get in contact with me, so Kevin Scheininger and I run Raising Our Vibration community. You can find that on Facebook and also raisingourvibration.net. So you can go to the website or to the community on Facebook, or email me or you or Ruth, because we all know how to get in contact with each other. So we have a course. Yeah. So we have meditation courses that have just started, actually. So if somebody wanted to join right at this point, they actually could. Holly Erin Copeland and I run the Heart Mind Alchemy business. So we also run the Practical Mystic workshops. We run the Dream Yourself into Awakening, so lucid dreaming workshops. We have a membership area that we've just opened that allows people to be members for a very low fee and be part of the ongoing work. We run a community with Randy Knudsen, a very good friend of ours, on also on Facebook, called the Heart Mind Alchemy Lab community. So you can get in touch with us there. And then there's a third way and we're also going to be opening a Creating Abundance course and also Creative Technologies course, potentially in the future with some really wonderful people who are all, I consider, divine angels on this planet, and are kind of bringing their wondrous skills and talents. So if there's anything you want to offer magically to our planet, and you're just, you can feel your calling, but you don't know quite how to reach out people, please contact me and I may be able to help you. And also the Conscious Accelerator. So Heart Mind Alchemy is heartmindalchemy.com. But again, you can search it up on the internet, and theconsciousaccelerator.com. So that's a wondrous group of enlightened entrepreneurs and business people. So we're working with ancient wisdom practices to enlighten businesses. So corporates. So if you're in a business, or you're an individual that is wanting to do this for, your job, for your business, for your corporate, for your sales force, for whatever, a team you're working with in business, then Constantine, myself, Ian, John, Holly, and a whole team of other wonderful people. We've just been speaking at the Wellness Summit Australia. So this was funded by Singularity University. So we've been doing talks there. So you can find us in all sorts of ways on the internet. And really I really want to encourage you, it's about a family, right? We're a divine family. It's not about the businesses. I mean, we're all doing things in different ways to create abundance on this planet. But ultimately, like you said, it's about union and connection and interdependence and this divine family that we all are. So if you just want to connect purely on that basis, please feel free to do so. You can obviously connect Lisa. She's running something entirely magical herself. So if you want to say a few moments about that, Lisa, I'd be more than happy. This is not about me. This is about us, right? And Ruth.
Stephen, this is hilarious. You're going to laugh at my image that you just gave me. When I was little, I used to, well, not even little, because, okay, confession, I did it when I was in my 30s, but I would go to the zoo. There's a local zoo, and they have these things called pavilions, and you have your map. You go to the zoo and you have your map, and they're all the same, but it's like, oh, let's go to the turtle pavilion, and let's go to the giraffe pavilion. And even though they're different animals, they still all had a slightly different habitat, a different diet. But everybody wanted to see the animals and connect. And when you were mentioning all the websites, I thought, oh, it's just like when you went to the zoo and you got to meet them. And how
I love that. We're going to have to give out virtual popcorn or something like this at the beginning of all these sessions, so that people can feel, oh, look, I wonder what Lisa and Ruth and Stephen are serving up next. Oh, this is exciting. So yeah, I really love, I love that so much. I can really relate to that. It did make me think about Mary Poppins and lots of other movies like that, where things pop out of pavements. And so...
And imagination. And I think that's what unites us. It always connects us, because, as I love that you said, it's unobstructed. Yeah, I wrote the word down. I had to look because with Mary Poppins, you are unobstructed. And if that's what we can share with everybody as we close off, is just to share that there's no obstructions. It's
you are unlimited. You have unlimited potential. And in that unlimited potential, I want to definitely thank the unlimited Ruth, who is Ruth Anderson out there. So Dr. Anderson, she is a pearl in my heart and one of the most beautiful souls on the planet. And she's, of course, the creator of Enlightened World Network, and has given this out of the goodness of her heart for us and many other people to, assist us and facilitate what we're doing and bring that unity, that divine oneness out to the human family. So thank you, Ruth, and thank you, Lisa. Thank you for your just extraordinarily exponential enthusiasm. That you are enthusiasm to the power of enthusiasm. You're like
thank you so much, and thank you to everyone watching and sharing with us on EWN Enlightened World Network. I can't wait to have Stephen back. Oh, thank you so much, Stephen Altair.
I can't wait to do another one with you, Lisa. You're divine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, evening, your time. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.